I was an average student like you a couple of years ago, and now I've gotten into the top like 0.001% of students. I scored a 3.8 GPA in my latest exam, got A plus in 6 out of 7 subjects, and improved my mental health significantly over the past few years. It was not always like this, so follow my advice in this video to create a transformation for yourself. In this course, we are going to learn how to guarantee good grades in exams. I have been in this journey of going from 3.09 GPA to 3.8 GPA in less than 5 months. So this is a no BS guide that you shall be paying your full attention to. I assume you are a person who can score somewhere from 1.96 GPA to 3.35 GPA, have a strong hunger to always improve and are willing to put the effort. So let's get started. There are 4 main pillars to guarantee good grades in your examinations. They are knowledge, work ethic, mindset, and paper presentation. I'm gonna be autistically telling you all about these terms, so please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Now, let's dive into the topic. First and foremost, we have got knowledge, and this carries 12.5% of your grades in examinations. Knowledge refers to the things you know about a certain topic. It's basically the thing that helps you to answer the given question with certainty. With a proper presentation skills and mindset, a well-knowledge person can answer not 99% but all of his questions right. So we can say that it is the foundation of getting good grades in examinations. In this video, I'm gonna give you guys some things to remember whilst you're studying so that you can boost your knowledge more. Don't memorize. Most of the people try to memorize answers of each and every topic, which results in brain fog, stress, and anxiety in exams. From my personal experience, I would like to say to you all to not be a nerd and clear up each and every concept out. Start from the very basics, master it, and climb up. Just like in video games, where you complete certain quests, master a certain level, and climb up to the best level. Let me give you an example of how I use this to master basics in my O-Math exam and ace it. There's this topic called equation of straight lines that we need to study in optional mathematics, and basically there are many formulas of finding equation of straight lines. Each question given requires a certain formula on the basis of data given of the line. For example, if the slope of the line and its y-intercept is given, then we use the formula y is equals to mx plus b or c. And if 2 points are given, then we use the formula of 2-point formula, which is called x minus x1 equals to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 into bracket y minus y1. Here's the thing now. We are conditioned in such a way that to solve these questions, including such techniques, we need to memorize all of the formulas given in the book. And if you say this to a student, then he would probably have a very hard time on memorizing all of these formulas. What I've learned from my personal experience is that we have to understand its basic and climb up to understand the main topic. And that's exactly what I did. What I did was that before even having a glance towards the formula, I chose to learn its subtopics or its very basics concept. For example, firstly, I learned about Cartesian plane, slopes, points, intercepts, and many more of these basics. After I learned all of these, I tried to learn how the formula was originated. Then I found out that the equation of y equals to mx plus b or c really means that the value of y depends on x, where m is the slope of the line describing how steep it is. You see, learning like this is so much more authentic and better than being a nerd and memorizing it. That's why I recommend you to pack this powerful skill in your locker. Next up, we have a killer skill which is so overpowered on boosting your knowledge for your examinations. It's called doing Q&As with your notes by yourself. Let's assume you're reading about a topic called electricity in science and you have made notes. A normal student would read it serially and try to memorize it as much as possible. But you did something different which made you stand ahead of others in result time. So what did you actually do? Well, you first read all of the notes serially, understanding the concepts well enough. Then instead of being a nerd and trying to read it again and again to memorize, you saw the topic and expressed it in your own words, showing your understanding. After that, you analyzed it with your notes written and evaluated it. Like this, you evaluated your mistakes and never repeated it again. Using this method, you never repeated those silly mistakes in your examinations and aced all of your exams. You aced your exams in this story, but now it is the time to make it happen in real life. So make sure to make good notes from the very beginning and use this Q&A notes tactics during your exam. At last, we have a skill which I think separates the best from others. It is a skill that I have seen anyone rarely using. I swear to you all that if you use this technique and master it, then you will be as good as me or even better within shorter period of time on acing your exams. So listen to this technique that I am about to share to you all carefully and try to implement it as much as possible during your exams. This technique is called using logic, and basically what I mean is that you will try to write answers in your own words by your understanding. Listen again. You will try to answer the questions in your own words by your understanding. Here, I'm basically telling you to not be a nerd and memorize every sentence and words written in your notes or books, but rather I'm telling you to clear the concepts and try to express the answer in your language by using easy keywords. This technique works efficiently for each and every subject, but it requires you to become very logicful. Take math for example. Clear the concept and make it a challenge for you to solve the questions using logic. Like this, it becomes more fun to do and also becomes formula free as we are solving logically. This technique not only helps you but also helps the teacher to understand clearly what you are trying to say. So this is a must know technique to ace all of your exams and stand above of your competition. A bonus tip is that for definitions that are harder to understand, remember a special keyword that will help you to remember it. Now let's move to our second topic, which is work ethic. Like knowledge, it also covers 12.5% of your grades in exams. Having a strong work ethic is important during exams because it helps you to stay focused and disciplined. It pushes you to study regularly instead of cramming at the last minute. With good work habits, you manage your time better and reduce stress, anxiety, and brain fog. It also builds confidence since you know you have prepared well. A solid work ethic can make a big difference in your exam results. So to be the best and stand out of your competition, you need to have a work ethic of the best. I have seen many people being clueless on how many hours do they need to study a day. What I would always recommend to these people is that it's not about how many hours you study, but it's about completing the goal that you set in a day. For example, you set a goal that you will finish reading with chapter in science. Now the time really depends on person to person, as some may finish reading it early and some may take hours to understand. It's not about how fast or how long you finish reading it, but it's about did you finish reading it and understood the chapter well or not. In my case, I used to take hours and hours for finishing a chapter, and I never felt insecure about it. This is why to be the best out of your competition, you never track your time, but rather you track if the goal is completed or not. Until and unless the goal you set is completed, you relentlessly do and try no matter how long it takes. That's why your work ethic should be like none to ace all of your exams. Next up, we have an important topic called mindset. First of all, you have to have an hungry and an iron mindset. Your mindset should be strong as an iron and hungry to get every goals that you want. A strong and hungry mindset during exams means you're locked in, unshakable, and fully determined to crush your goals. You just don't want to ace. You want to dominate your competition. You want to prove something to yourself and everybody else. You're not afraid of hard works, long hours, or challenges. In fact, you welcome them to your life. Every obstacle must be your fuel, and every setback should make you more hungrier. Remember, when you're hungry for success, you don't wait for chances, you create them. This is why for toppers, a strong mindset isn't an option, but rather it is a necessity. This is why having an iron and hungry mindset is really important for acing your exams. Up next, we have the most goated and by far the most important topic of this course. I swear to you that without this, no one can ace his or her exam. It's called paper presentation and it covers literally the half of your grades. So I want you to stay focused and listen to what I'm about to say to you all. First of all, there are millions of videos out there about paper presentation. I won't go too much deep in this topic because there are a lot of videos out there. But I would rather give you guys 3 tips on how you can write answers in a good format. Let me know if you want a separate video for paper presentation in the comment section down below. For now, listen carefully. Clear handwriting. Clear handwriting in an exam is especially important because it allows the teacher to easily read and understand the answers. No matter how well the student knows the answer, if their handwriting is messy or unclear, they risk losing marks simply because the examiner cannot read and evaluate what's happened. That is why a person should have a clear handwriting. I don't mean those fancy and really good handwriting, but at least your handwriting should be understandable. From my personal experience, I have learned that the teacher evaluates good handwriting and clear handwriting as equal. They treat an understandable handwriting and very good handwriting the same way. If you want a very good handwriting, then sure, go ahead. But if you want to ace exams, then I would recommend you all to get a clear handwriting as it saves time too. Next up, we have got margin line and demarcation line. The margin line and demarcation line play an important role in keeping written work clean. Especially in exams, it keeps your answers written neat, tidy and organized. Margin line means the border line and the demarcation line means the line drawn to separate sections and different answers in your answer sheet. Like a clear handwriting, both lines helps to improve readability and reduce confusion in an answer sheet, which can positively impact how an answer is understood and graded. I'm gonna end this video with a bonus tip, and it is to carry a water bottle in your exam hall. Couple of years earlier, I was like you, who didn't used to carry his water bottles during exams. After I started to carry it, I found out that drinking small sips of water during exam really boosts your confidence and reduces your tension. I don't know the science behind it, but I can assure you that it works. So always remember to carry your water bottles during your exam. I would like to conclude this video by saying that this is your journey and every exam is a chapter you write. Make it count because you're the author of your own success story. So now don't waste your time by watching another video and go and put the effort down. Like and share if you enjoyed it, and peace out for now.